Hey, welcome to Bears That Bake, baking for the everyday bear, with our special guest, Joe.
Hi, I'm also a Joe.
We have two Joes.
Yep, that won't get confusing at all.
The universe
Too many Joes.
The universe will implode.
It happens.
So today we're making Beorn's honey cake. A recipe from Joe himself.
Yeah, that I got from the Hobbit. More details on that soon.
Yeah, and it smells amazing. Like I want to eat this.
Oh, please do.
With nerds, bears, and food.
And
Yeah, it's freaking like Tolkien shit, which I'm sure a lot of you love.
It's a gay Tolkienian wet dream.
Oh.
Here for you on Bears That Bake.
We aim to please. Alright, so if you want to see how we made this, just continue watching and hope you enjoy. Thanks.
See you in a bit. The first step is you have to cream the honey and the butter together. And that's going to take about 6 tablespoons of each. And what's cool is we messed up our audio, so we already did it. I filmed it. You don't have to watch it.
The magic of TV. So we're just going to skip right to the
creaming
bit.
Who doesn't love a good creaming?
I'm sure everybody is okay with
like
that.
our demographic at home. Or wherever you're watching this from, your bathhouse.
Yeah, kids, ask your parents what that means.
Oh, children! They're a thing too. I forgot. Hello, tiny people.
No one likes kids.
All right.
So you just kind of like...
Just whisk it thoroughly. This is normally... Sometimes I will melt the butter to make it a little bit easier, but don't worry, it's going to work fine. Just have to smash it down.
So you just kind of like incorporate the honey and the butter. This is like...
It's going to smell really good, by the way.
I would just like eat this with bread. It's like we're at Soup Plantation.
That's true.
If you get too bored, literally just do the first step. Grab some bread from your fridge.
Yeah, but heat it up.
Yeah.
Don't eat.
Love yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Or get some cornbread.
Or if you get a little lazy and you're bougie, you can make avocado toast with that and put some avocado on top.
Yeah.
Well, who
By
doesn't
the way,
love
Joe
Asian
Joe doesn't like avocados. So...
Despite the fact that Joe works in health.
So what's kind of cool is when you go out and eat with him, you get to eat his avocado. So, you know, it's kind of like a, it's actually a win.
I know. Well, it's California, born and raised.
For me, yeah.
Me too. I am an avocado addict.
I love avocado.
I want to try, you know, some people put avocado in pizza.
Oh.
Really?
I know, right?
That sounds very like a California thing. Like, oh
It is 100%.
Can we add asparagus to this pizza too? Is this keto friendly?
Can we sprinkle some kale chips on it?
Okay, yeah.
Is that healthy? It's healthy. Alright, there we go. That's looking nice and clean. Take a look at that. Even though it's still a little lumpy, and lumpy is going to be okay. Sometimes pretty things can be lumpy too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. That's looking pretty nice. And doesn't that smell great?
I love that. Yeah. I mean,
like if a man wore this as deodorant, I would die. I would just be like, take me now. Beautiful, baked good of a human being.
So now we add in the vanilla and
Yes.
we beat in the eggs.
how much vanilla do we need?
Okay, the vanilla is gonna be about a 1/4 teaspoon. I do. Oh, it's half a teaspoon. Oh, we're working. Okay. So yeah, half a teaspoon, and since we only have a full teaspoon...
Oh, no, we have the half.
We do? Where? Where's the half
We only
teaspoon?
have... Oh, no, that's right. We only have half a tablespoon and a full teaspoon. This show is real professional.
We have a budget?
It is super rich. Yeah. He started with a full set. And I think just over the years after moving and things just get kind of like...
Shit happens, you know?
Maybe we should check bathrooms or sex drawers. I think we should check sex drawers.
How dare
Be
you?
thorough. Yeah.
How dare you?
All right.
I'm a lady. I don't do these things.
She's a classy lady.
I'm very
everybody.
classy.
There we go. Sprinkle that vanilla.
Nice. I like
Just
that.
enough. There we go. That's supposed to smell really good too. This is the best part about working with baked goods. It smells amazing. Also eating them.
Yeah, eating the baked goods.
There we go. Nice and creamy.
Cake. Who doesn't like cake?
Unhappy people.
No
Thoroughly.
souls.
Yeah, the gingers.
I like ginger.
So next we beat in 2 eggs.
2 eggs. Pretty simple. How do you guys like to crack your eggs? Not a euphemism.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not So we don't have to take meat.
Yeah.
However you get the yolk out.
Very messily sometimes, actually.
Yeah, I try to be careful with that, try and make sure I don't get any eggshell in there.
Right.
There we go. Ooh, you just tear it apart. I like that. That's so butch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have
There
to
we go.
exert my dominance on something. And an egg is,
So if you're the dominant in this kitchen, what are the other positions that are available? I'm curious.
That looks really good.
Yeah, and you're really starting to smell the vanilla too,
Yeah.
aren't you? It's like, again, scented candles. Baking, there's overlap.
I feel like everything that's been...
Please don't bake scented candles.
Yeah, no, don't eat your scented candles.
It's so tempting. Growing up at my parents' place, they had this blueberry muffin one that they would light all the time, and it would always get my hopes up. I would just be like, "Oh, someone's cooking!"
Oh no, Mom's just lit the Yankee,
Yeah, Mom,
the
lit
Yankee candle.
So Mom took a hot deuce and lit the candle to cover it up.
Moms don't deuce.
Mothers are precious, angelic creatures. If they deuce, their farts smell like daisies and potentially blueberry muffins.
They smell like the regret from having an ungrateful child.
Oh,
She cries in the bathroom. That's what she's doing in there.
there's so much love in this kitchen, you guys.
Before our baking, love.
So much love.
Okay, so a cup of flour. Is that what this is?
Yeah. Actually,
I will scoop it and you can sift. I don't know why we have this. To sift our cocaine.
get that out there. Get that
why we're
nice
shirtless.
fresh grain.
That's why we're shirtless. You can't take it home.
Oh, damn it!
Exactly. I mean, this is just like a shell company for a giant coke operation.
Massive.
We have,
Yeah.
little kids in the garage.
They're cutting it right now.
Yeah, no. Just kidding. Don't fucking call the FBI on us.
And that's how the show got canceled. I was so happy to be here for the last episode.
No, our next episode will be in prison.
You can cook so many things in prison.
Okay, so
Yeah.
apparently, according to Joe, this has some...
It's a very nerdy history, and this
Yeah.
is pretty great. So the recipe is called Beorn's Honey Cake, and for those of you who have your nerd cred, you know Beorn was a character not only from the Lord of the Rings franchise, he's from The Hobbit. He is a shapeshifter who they call on for the Battle of Five Armies, and he shapeshifts into a bear.
Oh, that's
Totally
perfect.
appropriate,
That's
right?
appropriate, yeah.
That is super
Yeah.
appropriate.
It's super awesome. And what's extra cool
The more you know.
The more you
I
know.
think he's also in Frozen. Isn't he like the little storekeeper? Like the really hot
that's
Swedish one?
that everyone was hoping was gay.
I feel like Beorn is like the John of like the Nordic.
A little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally one of the members of ABBA, Beorn.
Oh.
It's Benny Beorn. Yeah.
I love ABBA.
Oh god, me too. I kind of want to see Mamma Mia.
The second
The
one.
second
I
one?
do. I don't care if it's good. It's got Cher and Meryl Streep.
My only issue is for the sequel they use the exact same music, like the same exact songs.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know, but
Who doesn't want to hear Dancing Queen again?
I
right?
know, but I can get away with that.
Because it's ABBA?
It is ABBA. Oh, and I did want to add what's super cool about this honey bread recipe is that it is referenced in the books, and they love it so much. His species, Beorn's race, which is so creatively called the Beornings,
Oh.
Nice.
Tolkien, he didn't always...
He was smoking weed.
Tolkien
got
did
lazy.
a lot of things.
He got lazy.
So many things. But what's cool is that his species was known for making this bread that was so delicious that Gimli actually compares it to Lenless bread. Lenless, yeah. After you sift in the flour, you're going to want to get the baking powder, which is going to help it rise, and we actually have an exact measurement for that.
Hey, yes,
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. We have
1 teaspoon to rule them all.
we actually have a proper measurement that we actually need.
It's so precious. And next is a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're gonna want to be very, well, don't overdo it with the salt or the nutmeg.
They can be overpowering.
They're gonna overwhelm, definitely. Yeah.
So we don't have a 1/4 teaspoon, so we're gonna eyeball.
Who has a
it.
1/4 teaspoon?
That's a really good question. If any of you have one, feel free to send it. There's the thing.
Yes. Our wish list.
Send it to There's a Base. Oh, and if you were so inclined, you can send us one of those KitchenAid.
KitchenAid.
Well, not the shitty small ones. Don't be cheap.
We are not opposed.
So far we need blast chiller, measuring spoons, but that's at the bottom of the list.
And the KitchenAid.
And then the KitchenAid.
I also feel like a 1/4 teaspoon is like a pinch. It's pretty close. Pinch it in there.
A very scientific pinch. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Just a little pinch. What'd you guys call it already? A fat boy pinch?
Oh yeah, like if you have like fat fingers. Don't listen to him.
You'll get so much flavor.
He's only here because he's pretty.
All right. Next you're gonna want to fold in the warm milk, and that's important.
So warm is kind of key. So we're gonna warm up some milk.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna fold in warm milk. So we're going to actually nuke this thing, and be right back.
Yeah.
Right. So the milk you have to do two whole tablespoons, which is kind of funny that you have to warm such a tiny.
It feels like you just breathe heavily on it. I feel like it's gonna warm it the same way.
Hold it close.
Cuddle it.
Yeah, call it affectionately. Say, hey, you matter. And I'm gonna call you back to it.
But get out now.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, that was fun.
I'm gonna call you an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But please leave. Block my profile.
My next growler date is on its way. So get the fuck out.
Bye.
Right?
Yeah.
It's your ex.
Oh no.
Okay, so now we're folding in the warm milk.
And you want to do this like nice and gradually, because what's cool is you have to like just get it in there bit by bit.
Yeah, because
that nice
it's
consistency.
really thick.
Yes, and this is going to make it much more puffy and much more fluffy. We all like fluff.
We all like fluff. Although I like thick things too.
Thick and fluffy can totally overlap. Have you ever had cotton candy? That's thick and fluffy.
What's cotton candy?
Oh, we have another episode.
I've never heard of this.
You don't know her?
I don't know
She's
her.
not familiar.
She's not. She sounds fun though.
She's a cotton candy, one of my favorite drag queens. On season 39 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh my god, RuPaul will be like wheeled out.
Great grandma Brew.
Right?
Ru is going to be an immortal being on that show.
My
That
god.
show will get canceled before RuPaul dies.
Michelle Visage will just be a man. An old man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ru tried to clone her, just to keep the series going.
Yeah, and if Michelle Visage is watching this, we would love to be on an episode. Because I want to talk shit about people's outfits.
And can she be on the show? She would look so great in this apron. Can I just say?
She would.
Okay, so we're up to like the final steps before baking. Line and grease the pan. You can use oil, which is healthy, or you can be like us and use butter.
You can Paula Deen it.
You can Paula Deen it. And what's great is if you have any butter left over from earlier, you can reuse it.
You can just eat it.
Well, that too. Excuse me a moment. I've never eaten raw butter, but I've had too much deep fried food.
Well, even at the fair, they even have
Deep fried butter.
You can do it. So you just deep fry a stick of butter.
You can literally feel your arteries clogging.
That's okay, you live to eat, right?
And you die
like
doing
that.
what you love.
Eating
Fried butter.
Okay. I've had deep fried avocado,
Oh, that sounds good. That
which
sounds
is
good.
alright.
Yep.
And I've had deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That sounds really good.
Okay.
That is amazing.
Deep fried Oreos are really good. That's my
And deep fried
favorite.
Klondike bar is really good too.
Oh my God, I haven't had that.
Melts in it. So good.
Should starving at this moment.
Oh yes.
Both of them.
She is always hungry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every 4 hours you have to feed him. Otherwise, yeah, he turns into like, it's like the Gremlins. It's like the opposite.
But you
of
don't
Gremlins.
feed him after midnight.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of Gremlins. You know, like you have to feed him. Otherwise, he'll turn into one of those.
Those monsters.
Yeah.
And not in the fun
The
deviant dark way.
Mogwais. which in Chinese means monster.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today I
So now
learned.
you guys know.
The more you know.
Yeah.
There's lots of those memes in there.
All right, so now Joe is just
pouring it in.
scooping the batter into our loaf mold,
Get the
our loaf
sides.
pan, I guess.
A loaf pan. I feel like that could be someone's name. Loaf.
Well, yeah, it's really close to the character from Big Trouble
in
in
China
Little
Pan. Yes. Oh, that's exactly what I was
Oh,
thinking.
Mr. Barton.
Oh God.
You're so racist.
I was literally just wondering, does that movie stand the test of time?
It does. It's fantastic.
Okay, good. Because there's some movies that don't.
A fun drinking game for that is if you drink every time they say the name Jack Barton, because it's a lot.
That's true. It's literally his catchphrase.
Yeah.
You know
Everyone
what Jack Barton
Jack
thinks?
Barton. Oh, meet again, Jack Barton.
That's really good.
That's how you get liver poisoning. Not by eating batter, but by saying drinking to Jack Barton.
So next success is to now smooth the top so it's more even.
It's okay, yeah. Gotta get it even. I mean, we won't judge you as long as it looks pretty. It'll be pretty on the inside.
Yeah.
Just like about 2/3 of us.
Nobody cares about inner beauty.
It's all about looks now.
It's LA. Nobody cares how nice you are.
I'd say come to Los Angeles, please don't. It's so crowded.
Yeah. If you plan to come to LA, don't. We are over
Stop.
capacity.
We really are.
We don't want you sitting on the 405 fucking shit up for us.
Go
okay?
achieve your dreams in Atlanta.
I
Okay?
know. And then like people from other states don't drive fast enough.
They really don't. That bugs the crap out
You're
of me.
like, oh, you're from Indiana. That's why you're going like 60 on the freeway. You need to be going 85.
You really do. Keep up with the rate of traffic, Gertrude.
Right, exactly.
All right, so we preheated the oven to 350, and we're gonna bake this for 45 minutes. Right here in this little oven. So cute.
Yeah, my oven has the top and the bottom.
It's first.
So it's first. Alexa, set a timer for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, starting now.
That's technology. I have a $200 timer.
A $200 egg timer.
Yeah, that's all she's used for, really. It's kind of sad.
So here it is, hot, fresh out of the oven.
It smells amazing. It smells really good. It's like butter.
But we're not done yet. Lightly drizzle some honey on it. Because,
Lightly.
well,
Your own
that,
judgment.
your mileage will vary. This is lightly.
They're cool.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
It's gonna be so good. I should have written bears on it or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we did the final step, and now we're going to.
Now we're gonna eat this shit.
We're gonna try
We
it.
should.
not shit.
Where are the knives?
Oh.
Knives are... Everybody grab a bite.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Yay!
It's really good. It's sweet.
Alright.
This is really good.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
About to make this better.
The butter. Yeah, so if you liked the video, please like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Down there.
Yeah, all of our social media is going to be linked down below, as always, along with Joe's information.
Mine too. Hit me up.
She's thirsty.
Along with our Growler profile and Tumblr, apparently.
I'm also available for birthday parties, bar mitzvahs.
Right?
Whatever you like. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.